Hey everybody, hi. Today we'll start with our 2 blocks. Put on the medium height, and you're going to find your way into a child's pose. So bring your buttocks back, sitting on your heels, elbows out in front of you. Elbows can be a little bit more narrow. Squishing your buttocks back towards your heels and feet. And let the shin bones soften into the mat. The shins, the knees, as well as the ankles and your feet soften into the mat. With the elbows a bit narrow, you can scoot the elbows a little more forward. You can stretch the buttocks back and really feel the breath moving in through your nose and out through your nose. As you start out Ujjayi breath through the nostrils. Soft and calm breaths, yeah. Slow. Now let's come on up into a puppy stretch, meaning you're walking your knees back below the hip bones. Your toes can be tucked. The head is released between the arms. You can round as you exhale. You can arch your back as you inhale. So a little cat and cow here. As you exhale, you round. You arch as you inhale. Exhale as you're rounding. Arching as you're inhaling. Yeah, so you're going through those little movements. You're rounding as you exhale. You inhale the arch. Just kind of a little back and forth with your spine, rounding and arching your back. From down, coming up all the way up onto your hands, removing the blocks off to the side, having your toes tucked. You can slide back into a little squat and then forward, sliding back and forth. Heels may come down, or heels can also be lifted. We're going to slide our right leg out onto the right side and do the same thing as you're rolling back and forth on that left leg. The left foot, the left toes are tucked, your heel going back and forth. Working back and forth. You might even drop the chest down alongside the inner left leg. Scooping hard forward, coming up onto your left knee, scoot the right knee in, slide the left leg out. And again, you're rolling back and forward. Back and forward. As you're breathing. Again, you can let the chest drop inside the right leg. As you breathe, yeah. Coming up, back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes, slide your hands back, come into a standing forward fold. Come up on the fingertips first, lengthen out your chest and belly. Inhale. You can lengthen the right arm forward and lengthen out. Stretch it up and forward. Put in the fingertips down. You can lift up the left arm, reach out and forward. Lengthen. Yeah, you can bend and straighten the knees there also. You could take the right arm out to the right and afterwards the left arm out on your left side. Have your hands behind the head as you bend and straighten the legs. Find a little bit of strength through the legs. Activate your quads, your hamstring, your buttocks, your back muscles. Sitting down on your heels with the knees elevated. So the knees are parallel to the floor. Open up the right arm to the right side here. Twisting and then exhaling. Inhale, open up the left arm to the left. And inhale forward. Reach your hands up and out and down. Coming onto your knees. Inhale. And shake out the feet. We'll sit back on the feet so that the knees can be lifted. That means your heels are actually rolling a bit out to the sides while you're there. You might even be able to lift your hands up off the mat. Coming out of that, and then walk your hands forward, melting your heart down. Breathe it in into puppy dog stretch here. Then all the way coming down on your tummy. Take one block in front of you. Scoot your body over to the left and open up the right arm out to the right. Once the right arm is in the right, you can step behind you with the left foot. You could also step the right foot on the mat. And then maybe some of us hold on to the right leg, left leg towards the ceiling. You could also reach back with the left arm towards the right. Make our way back onto the tummy. And then we'll go to the other direction. So you probably want to scoot the body to the right first and open up the left arm on your left. You can plant your right foot or even the left foot. You can lengthen up the right leg towards the ceiling, holding on to the back of the leg, or grab the ankle of the foot, big toe. You can also stretch your right arm back to meet the left. And then we'll come back around on the tummy. And find your way into a little cobra with the hands grounding and your chest coming upwardly and back. The back and neck is long. Breathing in and out. Lower and down, shake the hips out. And then take your arms and just stretch them back alongside your body as your legs comes up. It's almost like you're trying to reach for the ankle, but you're not touching them, just hanging out there for a little bit. They're just lifting up and the arms are reaching back. And you release the hands, release the feet. Now with the arms in front of you on the blocks, you're out on the forearms. The forearms on the blocks. You're going to try to lift your ribs and chest up as you exhale. With the inhale, you can release your chest down. On the exhale, try to lift the chest up. With the inhale, you lower the chest down. With the exhale, you're lifting the chest up. Yeah, so you're going up and down, down. As you place your hands now beside your ribs, lifting up for either cobra or up dog. And coming back into down dog. I'm going to slip the right leg up outside the right hand, reaching the right arm forward alongside the ears. You can set your palm down. Then you take your left leg and step it up outside your left hand and reaching that left arm forward and putting the hand down and stepping back into plank pose. And feel your right foot can hover. You can draw that knee in. You can straighten the right leg back. Exhale to the left arm. Inhale, extend the leg back. Exhale to the right arm. Inhale to reach it back. Exhale again to the left. So slide it over to left side, falling star. You let the left arm circle around away from the right leg. Then as you plant the left palm, come back to your plank pose. Then come down on your knees and your chest and your chin as you exhale. Lower the hips into cobra with the inhale. Walk it back into child's pose. Exhale. And from that child's pose, we'll come up into our plank pose and lift the left foot a bit off the ground. Exhale, knee to the left arm. Inhale to extend it back. Exhale, knee to the right arm. Inhale to lengthen it back. Exhale again to the left arm. Inhale to reach it back. And exhale to the right arm. Slide out to the right side, folding star, reaching up and over the right arm. Lengthen and stretch it out. Put the right palm down, exhale. The plank pose, take a breath in. Lower down, knees, chest, chin as you exhale. Inhale to cobra pose. Staying down. You can try to lift your hands up and back, up and down a few times to really feel the strength of your back muscle, grounding down through your hips and thighs too. Maybe the arms can slide back alongside the body. just again to really activate the back strength. Again, you can also put your hands down to lift the chest a little higher and so forth, kind of going back and forth. And eventually exhale up into down dog. Move a bit around that down dog shape as you breathe. Breathing in and out. Lifting the right leg up and back. Inhale. Bend the knee. As you stretch, you could set your left elbow down and reach the right arm out, up and forward. We'll straighten the left arm. Exhale the right knee to the upper right arm. Pause as you breathe, and then eventually stepping the right foot up outside the right hand. Lower down the left knee, sweep the right arm up and back. Catch on to the left foot. You can set your left forearm down. Rotate the chest open. And you breathe in and breathe out. Good. Release the left leg. Straighten out the arms. You're going to slowly bend that right leg. Find a little skandasana. And then roll forward. Left palm down. Right hand up. Right inhale. Exhale. Come back to skandasana. The right leg bent. Left palm down. Inhale the right arm up. Right hand down. Exhale. Right leg bent. Left hand down, right hand. So again, finding your pyramid pose, yeah? As you lengthen out over the right leg, you can fold towards the right leg. You might even flex your right foot up, right. Pyramid pose, as you call it. Press down through the hands. If you can sweep the right leg back and upwardly. You can set down both of your forearms and slide the left foot closer to try to lift up your legs, your right leg and the left leg. Maybe I'll just play with the right leg, yeah? Once you put your feet down on the mat, dolphin. You can always walk the feet closer to the hands at any time. Then you're coming onto the knees and find a little cat and cows. Yeah, exhale, rounding. Inhale to arch the back. Exhale to round the back. Rolling up onto the hands and knees and then come into a down dog. Lifting the left leg up and back. Inhale, bend the knee, open up. You can drop the right forearm down. Slide the left arm forward, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, yeah. Exhale, left knee to left arm. You slide that knee a little bit high up that arm, and then you can step the foot up outside the hand. And when extending the left hand up to the sky and back, catching onto the right leg, the right foot, setting the right forearm down. Breathe it in and out, letting the hips be heavy, the thighs heavy. Now as you straighten the arms, you're going to find your way into a little skandasana with the left leg bending. And then you roll back onto the right palm, inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale back to that skandasana. And planting the right hand, inhale, left arm up. And one more time, coming back into skandasana, exhale. Planting right hand, left hand. Coming to pyramid pose. Again, you could scoot the right foot a little closer as you're Even out both of your hips, flexing the left foot up. Activate the knees, the thigh muscles, the quad there, as you fall a little deeper towards the left leg. Breathing in and out. Then push into the hands to lift up that left leg. Setting down both of your elbows, sliding the right foot. Maybe you're able to lift up your left leg and maybe even the right. So think about getting your booty up over the shoulders. You can walk it in more for a deeper dolphin position. Even closer to the arms of the feet there. You lean a little more forward. You could even try to float the feet off the mat. And then you come down to child's pose. Come up to hands and knees. And come down to your chest. And inhale, roll up into your upward dog. Of course, you can also do cobra. And then into down dog. You're going to lift your right leg out to the right and down, lifting the left leg out to the left and down. Right leg out to the right and down, left out to the left and down. Out to the right, out to the left. And to the front of your mat. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, fold into the legs. You're going to sway a little side to side. Your feet at about hip width distance. Coming down to a little squat. And then sit down onto your sticky mat. So pull the knees in for a little Navasana. You draw the thigh bones in and up. Towards your stomach in and up. So you're coming up as you exhale, inhale to lower, exhale to lift up, inhale to lower, exhale to lift up, inhale, lower, like you're getting punched in the belly as you come up, inhale, lower, getting punched in the stomach. And then start to rock back and forth, and eventually you can come into crow pose, Bakasana, planting the hands, knees up on the back of the arms, lifting the heels and feet and shooting the feet back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. And then exhaling to down dog. Lifting the right leg back and up, keeping the hips even. All you do is bend the knee while the hip stays even. Lengthening it backwards there. Stretch it, one more breath there to lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, draw the knee in and place your foot up between your hands. Go ahead and lower down onto your left knee, low lunge. Adjust to come up, upright with your arms, your torso. Consider to bend the elbows and lean to the upper back and chest. And inhale, sweep the arms forward. And again, exhale, bending the arms and leaning your torso backwardly. Inhale, stretching the arms forward. Again, exhale to open up, leaning your upper body to the back of the room and leg. The both arms comes up in front of you. Sweep the right arm back for a nice little open twist, like you're touching the side walls, or the back wall and the front wall with the hands there. So turn your ribs and lungs, not just your head and neck. Take the right arm forward and inhale, open up the left arm. And breathing there. Dropping the left hand down, sweeping the right arm back. And reaching towards the back there with that right arm. Just like you're trying to even out the chest. Maybe even straighten the front knee forward. As you come up, we're going to straighten the front leg, half split. Lengthen out, flexing the foot up, and fold down towards your leg. You might even slide the right leg away from the left and left away from the right. Breathing in and out. As you ground the right hand onto the block, the left arm goes over the ear. Find that little side angle pose. You can also take a bind rabbit on the inside the right leg. Check in, you got the right knee pointing out from the right hip. Maybe scoot the left foot a little bit and you can play with straighten the right knee into that Trikonasana version, and you're bending the knee again and straightening it out. Bending it and straighten it. Putting your right palm down once more, then also releasing the left hand down onto the sticky mat, removing the block, sweeping the right arm up. And you lightly, slowly roll into your side plank. Ground down to the left leg and rotate the chest open there. Breathing in and then stepping or walking, stepping the right leg forward, coming up through Warrior 2. Do roll the left ribs and chest back. Also reaching the right chest forward. Reach the right hand up and over, reverse the warrior. Some of us can slide the left hand right behind the lower back into the right hip crease thigh area. Stretching the side body there. Inhale. Releasing hands down. Stepping back. You can take the right foot, the big toe and the second toe over the left heel as you find a little upward dog stretch. Like so, and then back to down dog, lifting the right leg up and back. Rotate and fall and over to the flip dog version there. You might be able to put the right hand on the mat floor there, perhaps. Stretching your chest out. And then just roll back onto your hands into down dog again. Lifting the left leg upwardly and bending the knee. Pressing your left knee back. Pushing your hips and thighs back as you breathe. Draw the left knee in. Place your left foot up in between your hands as you lower down that right knee. Arms can come up towards the sky as you exhale, open up, bending the elbows. Inhale, lift the arms up and forward. And exhaling, leaning your upper body to the back and down. Reaching forward again, opening up and back. Go ahead and open up the left arm like you're reaching the left fingertips towards the back of the room, the right fingertips to the front of the room as you rotate the lungs, the ribs. From then open up the right arm. The right hand may come down to touch your right ankle heel. The left arm goes out. As you're breathing in and out. Bring the hands down to straighten out the left leg, flexing the toes up, folding towards your leg. Can lengthen out the legs, maybe into a full split. And you're breathing in and out here. Breathing in and breathing out. Now we'll plant the left foot and plant the right foot and take your hand alongside the inner left leg. Swing the right arm over the ear. So you relax the floating ribs, the side ribs, and you might even go for the brap inside the left leg. You can always scoot the right foot a little bit in. And just go and straighten out maybe the left leg into that triangle shape. Putting the right hand down, you can remove the block out to the side and then roll through into your side plank, lifting up the left leg towards the ceiling. And I always try to get my right big toe to ground down. That means you have to lift that right hip up higher and higher. Stepping the left leg to the front of the room, the front of the mat again as you find your way up into Warrior Two. Dropping the buttocks and hips a little bit lower. And roll the right chest, right shoulder back. Now inhale the left arm up. And you got that left hand behind you on the right hand behind you on your left thigh or left hip crease. Just breathe into that side body. Yes. Releasing hands down. Again, you can have that big toe and second toe onto the heel as you're opening up into your back bend. I'll take the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog, flip it over if you like to the right side here. And opening up, you can move your hands around as you breathe in and breathing out and stretching the upper chest and your lungs area through the hips and down through the legs. And you come around and find your down dog shape and inhale your right leg up and back. Again, keep the hip neutral, just bending the right knee, pointing your toes towards the right shoulder. Exhale, draw that knee in, stepping the right leg forward. You could take your arms and extend them out to the sides. Lengthen through your torso, lengthen through your legs. And the right fingertips may come down as the left arm goes up. As you breathe in and breathe out. See how you kind of take the block and take it across the body to the left. You might be able to, you could play with that idea. Taking that right arm across. And then you put the block back down. And then switching sides. So now left hand comes down. Again, you can put the block underneath the left hand. You even out the hips. And then you try to extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. Right, you're turning to that the right side there as you're breathing. Just lengthening up, and then you let the left knee glide down to a little seated twist. Rotate and let the buttocks relax into the sticky mat. Maybe even go for the bind. If you don't have the bind, you can just plant the right palm behind the right hip area and the left elbow across the right leg. If you got the bind, you can play with straighten the right knee and maybe lean into the right foot. If you got the bind, again, you can also do this just leaning into the right leg and lifting up the left leg again. And putting the hands down on your sticky mat. You know, you can modify this one anytime. And now stepping back with the left foot. Set the left palm down. Find a tree pose in your side plank. Breathe the floating ribs in. Right, straighten yourself out. Through your chaturanga, if you like, to cobra or your up dog. Inhale. And back into your down dog. Yeah, stretching the buttocks and hips back. Breathing in. Might even be able to walk your hands back and come up into a little tree pose. Still with the right foot against the inner leg. Even though it's a little difficult to come up. But you can play with that and open up the inner right leg with the right hand. And reach the hands up and over. Eventually coming out of that. Releasing the right leg back And maybe even take a few handstands here. Hips up over the shoulders. As you're breathing. Breathing in. So try to open my legs out. And lower the feet down slowly, nice. And coming through your down dog, maybe stretching out the hands and the forearms here, the wrists, the fingers, the palms. The top of the hands. And come on up to hands into downward facing dog. Lift up the left leg as you can, keeping the hips even there as you're pressing that left knee back. Pressing that left thigh and also the right thigh backwardly. Exhale, draw the knee in, stepping left foot forward, coming up through your warrior three. So again, your hands can be namaste. We could also open out the arms to the sides. I just lower the left hand down, reaching the right arm up towards the ceiling. Breathing in and out. So see if you can lift the left block, the block with the left hand, and take it across your body to the right. And as you set the block back down with your hand on the mat or floor, you can switch. So now the right hand should be down for your revolve, the half moon, twisted Ardha Chandrasana, Parita Ardha Chandrasana. Rotate the other back, draw the shoulder blades into the back as you rotate it. Bending the right knee down. As you sit down, you got your left hand behind the hip. Rotate. You might even take a bind around the underneath the left leg as you're breathing. Could even straighten up the left leg if you got that bind, or even without the bind, just straighten the left leg up, hold on to the foot. Some of us can play with planting into the left foot, putting more weight into that left leg, and eventually lift up the right hip. Any version, you can lift the right leg like you do in Twisted Half Moon. And then eventually you're going to step back with the right leg. Come into your side plank with the tree version here. Coming through into Chaturanga, inhale. Coming into down dog, you can walk your hands backwards towards your legs. As you come up to standing, you find your tree pose, you can reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And breathe. Like you open that left knee a bit out to the left, a bit more. As you come slowly back down out of it, releasing into maybe a handstand. You can kick up to a handstand. Knee can be bent straight. You might even find a tree pose upside down. Feel free to go to the wall anytime, if you need a wall. Lengthening upwardly. Coming out of that, as I come into your down dog first, to stretch out your arms, your spine, and your legs. And you're shifting forward to Chaturanga and inhale into your upward facing dog. You can stay there as you breathe in and out. And then coming up into your down dog. So your knees down into your puppy stretch. Breathing in and out. Coming up to all fours, so sit back on the heels. See if you can go ahead and grab onto your ankles or your heel bones to come up to camel pose. Feel free to, modify however you like to come into camel, of course. But here my feet and my knees about hip width distance, and I'm grabbing onto my heels in order to get into that camel position. And then I come back down. And just kind of doing that, you come up into camel, inhale, stay there. Take another breath in, expand a little bit more. And then you can massage your hands a little closer towards your calves, towards the knees, I guess. And either come down to seated or just come up first and then sit down. And you could do a cat and cow here as you round, and then you inhale, you're arching, and you exhale as you round, and you inhale to arch. Slide the feet out to one of your sides, and you're going to take your feet into a double pigeon. You can walk your hands forward and scoot your buttocks backward. Slowly start, it's just having one shin on top of the other shin. Breathe in and out. You can also walk your hands out to the right. To the left, yeah. So take a little, as you come up, we'll slowly release out the legs and then switch the other leg on top for your double pigeon. Again, scooting the buttocks back as you walk your hands forward. Rocking a little side to side. You can walk your hands over to the left side. Over towards the right as well. Coming back to center eventually. Stay there. And you come up and sit. And go ahead and lie down on our back. And you can roll your knees around individually. You can open the legs up nice and wide, holding onto the ankles or the heels, stretching through the legs. And then as you come back in, just plant your feet on your mat underneath the knees and inhale yourself up into bridge pose. Wiggle the arms a little more in, interlace your hands below. Chest coming more and more towards your chin. Thighs and knees are moving forward away from the chest. Bring the hands alongside your ears, coming up onto the crown of your head. You can scoot your hands a little closer if you want. You could also come all the way up into full Urdhva Dhanurasana. I like to move my body a little forward and back, or even side to side, to get a little bit more into the shoulders, different areas of the shoulders. Then you come down to rest and recover. And then if you like, one more time, coming up to Urdhva Dhanurasana. As you breathe. And release back down. Arms, legs come over your face too. Almost like a plow pose, but you can stay on your back. The lower back may be lifted, which is fine. As you lower down, taking your Shavasana, having your palms facing up, your feet rolling out to the sides. Letting your entire body relax and become quiet and soft. You know, we spend so much time on our cell phones and, you know, computers. And that's like the virtual world, right? I really feel this inner world, the inner landscape of your world right now, while you're laying here on your mat. You want to explore that, the internal world. Beginning, if you like, to slowly awaken. I mean, you can stay as long as you like, but I'll go ahead and move over to one side. From there, coming up to sitting. I know everybody for being here, for taking your time, for doing this practice together with me, letting me guide you. It's always an honor and a pleasure. And thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. Bye.